You're watching Take Charge Parenting.
Well, maintaining a healthy smile starts at a very young age, and Dr. Jeffrey Holt of Kids Dental is here to tell us that you can never start a good dental routine too early. Isn't that the truth, Dr. Holt? I mean, we're dealing with it right now with my kiddos. We've got a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. 6-year-old just lost her first tooth. So why is it so important to start a good plan now, and why is it how is it different from what adults do?
Well, absolutely. The American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry recommends that a child establish a dental home when the first tooth erupts, which seems really early, or by their first birthday. But the reason for this is that the new research is showing that kids nowadays have 4 times fewer cavities if they start at an earlier age.
And so what do you mean when you say dental home? What does that mean?
Well, that would just be, the first dental office that you would visit. You want to establish a dentist for your child at an early age. Usually we say by their first birthday, if possible. And this would be to provide the parent with some anticipatory guidance, help them understand what they need to look out for, maybe redirect if there are issues in the home or a diet issue that might affect the child's oral health in the near future.
For example, leaving kiddos in the bed with bottles, right? That's a big deal, right?
Yes, and that's always been a problem, but it seems to still be a problem. Or kids then transition to a sippy cup, and they sometimes will just take that sippy cup right before bedtime, and then they have a film of a refined sugar or a simple carbohydrate on their teeth when they sleep. Our mouths get drier as we sleep, and so we're all more prone to cavities when we have a dry mouth, because this is an acid process that the bacteria in the mouth produces. So it's really important to brush those teeth before bedtime, floss if possible, get all that bacteria out of the mouth so there's not as much bacteria there to be able to produce an acid. And then just water only after brushing teeth at bedtime.
Now you got to give me some tips on this, because for some reason, whenever my kids go to the dentist, they will let y'all get in there with floss like there's no tomorrow. But if I try and do it at home, they're having none of it. What are some tips to get our kids to floss?
Well, I think those little floss sticks, or today you can get pediatric flossers, they're alligators, different characters, princess characters that come in different colors, bright colors. So it makes it fun for the kid. You want to, especially at a young age, figure out something that they're going to look forward to. And I usually recommend to start with the front teeth, and then over a couple of weeks' time work towards the back teeth, because that's where it's harder to get back in those spaces and get your fingers back, between their teeth. So just make it fun, just like the brushing routine. You want to make it fun for kids, and part of their bedtime routine.
Now, here's a concern I have. One of my kiddos has special needs, and so we're still working on him spitting out toothpaste. Is there a danger if he's swallowing a lot of toothpaste?
Well, we usually recommend that you only use about a pea size of toothpaste on the toothbrush for all children. Really, even adults only need popcorn kernel size of toothpaste. Yes, we do. We have fluoride in our water supply in most cities in the United States, and so we don't want kids to swallow more fluoride, ingest more fluoride on top of the fluoride that's already ingested in the water supply. That's ample enough to render teeth stronger and more healthy, before eruption. So there's 2 types of fluoride. There's topical fluoride, and there's systemic fluoride. Systemic fluoride is what's in our water supply. This is added by the city throughout the country, and to the optimum level, which is 1 part per million. Most of the time it fluctuates between 0.7 and 1 parts per million in most cities. And so that's the optimum level to render the permanent teeth more resistant to dental decay before they come in. Toothpaste is also fluoride, has fluoride in it. Now, we normally want to use a non-fluoridated toothpaste before about age 2.5 or so. As soon as you can get your child to spit well, then you know, you can transition to the fluoride toothpaste. But before then, it's called training toothpaste because that's what it is. It's for training to spit. It's not for training to swallow.
Got it.
Otherwise, it becomes a big problem when it's time to, you know, transition over to the fluoride.
So much good information, and we've been talking to Dr. Jeffrey Holt. Thank you so much for all of that. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
Dr. Holt is a pediatric dentist with Kids Dental. Now, there are 2 convenient locations, one on the Tollway in North Dallas and the other on Hebron Parkway in Carrollton. All right, over to Dina.
Well, what are the hottest baby gadgets, and do you really need them? We'll tell you when Take Charge Parenting returns.